All this delicious despair, I can almost taste it. Let me in, mortals. Rep the actuator's control, there's yet another villain and he's taking down. Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, hosted by yours truly, Lou Dolphin. The notes for what I need her here. Alright. Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Handelabra Games right here on Twitch. You can follow me personally on Twitter at LouDolphin21, and on YouTube and Twitch it's just LouDolphin, no digits. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog cardboard and ink. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. So welcome to all who wish to see a beautiful fight featuring supply and demand benchmark and all my own stunts Stuntman. I don't actually remember what the variant name for this Stuntman is, but it's a variant of Stuntman and a variant of benchmark. And I have the rights to do this because I'm a beta tester, so I can actually know what the unlock conditions are. If you are unfamiliar, within the past 2 weeks, Mini Pack 4 was released because Oblivion content was finally being received by European residents. And so we have these two heroes, Benchmark and Stuntman. We also have Choke Point officially outside of the outside of Season 2 preview pack, and we also have the Celestial Tribunal environment. That is all available. We are only playing with 2 of those 4 decks today. In fact, we're even playing with the variants. Supply and demand benchmark's base power. Benchmark regains 1 HP. Play the top card of your deck. It is the complete opposite of his original power, which is draw a card and Benchmark deals 1 target, 1 energy damage. It's like the polar opposite. Reverse order and reverse operations. It's exciting. And Stuntman's own stunts until the start of your next turn. Increase damage dealt by Stuntman by 1. You may play a card. So his original base power is Stuntman deals 1 target, 1 irreducible projectile damage. Increase that damage by 2 when this power is used outside of your turn. So the power effect only lasts until the start of his next turn, which might seem like it only benefits the card play, but he could have lots of out-of-turn shenanigans, and that damage boost would benefit those things. Action Hero Stuntman. Yes, that's what his actual name is. Sorry. This is Action Hero Stuntman. And from what I recall in the lore, this is a hero from the inverted multiverse, where heroes are villains and villains are heroes. And the Freedom 5 are the anti-Freedom 5 or whatever they are. And Stuntman is, of course, ambuscade, and in that universe, he's just inherently a thing. I don't know. Let's see. Fearful 5, that's what it's called. Yes, indeed. The ultimate box weighs as much as a small car. I didn't get the ultimate box because I didn't want to pay the money for it. I was kind of broke at the time the Kickstarter went out, and I felt like I still have all the original boxes. I would rather just carry those around. It's fine. Alright, so this is the Summer of Ultimates, which means we're fighting Gloomweaver, but we're actually fighting Ultimate Gloomweaver. Which means that on the front side, Gloomweaver is immune to melee and projectile damage, and if he flips, at the end of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals 4 infernal damage to the hero target with the lowest HP. And that would be in addition to his normal end of turn damage dealing, where he deals X toxic damage to the 3 hero targets with the highest HP, where X equals the number of voodoo pins in play plus 2. So he would hit the 3 highest, and he would hit the lowest, which means he's hitting everyone if he flips. It's actually a little more likely for this version of Gloomweaver to flip because his challenge rule, villain relics are indestructible. So if a relic enters play, we will not be able to destroy it. And furthermore, we cannot damage him with melee and projectile damage. And I actually chose Expatriette and Chrono-Ranger because they primarily deal projectile damage, but there are actually means for them to deal non-projectile damage. Chrono-Ranger could deal damage of a type of his choice via compounded bow, fire damage via Danny Boy, toxic damage with the Neurotoxin Dart Thrower, and energy damage through the Masada. So he has a variety of options, but all of his one-shots deal projectile damage. And Expatriette's guns all primarily deal projectile damage, but if she gets an ammo card, not hollow points, but like incendiary rounds, she could damage Gloomweaver that way. And Benchmark and Stuntman have a variety of damage. Stuntman is primarily melee and projectile, but he does have some fire damage. Benchmark does a variety of damages, mostly energy, but in this instance, he has cold. Also, In Media Res is a stupid good card. Let's take a look at it. In Media Res. One shot. Go immediately to the start of Stuntman's next turn, skipping all turns in between. Remove this card from the game. Don't play this on Benchmark's play phase. Please. Play it like the start of the villain turn to skip the villain turn. Yes. Bonjour, you don't expect to see me again. Quelle surprise! That's the flavor text. Alright, so let's actually get down to the brass tacks. Benchmark is starting with an auto-targeting protocol, an intel analyzer, a load on initialization, and an onboard cooling systems. I'll read those cards out a little more in a bit. Darkwatch Expatriette has hollow points, reload, submachine gun, and tactical shotgun. Action Hero Stuntman has Media Res, L'Embuscade, Pistolet Mitrailleux, and Violent Escalation. And I apologize for all the butchered French words. And Best of Times Chrono-Ranger has Displaced Armory, Jim's Hat, Sudden Contract, and Terrible Tech Strike. So if you're unfamiliar with these heroes, Benchmark has a variety of cards that are software and hardware. And all of the software cards have in common the catchphrase at the start of your turn: if you have more software than hardware in play, draw a card and destroy 2 software cards. So he cannot maintain software unless he has enough hardware to maintain it all. And software primarily provides alternate powers, but in some instances they provide an extra effect. This one allows him to either draw a card or play a software card at the start of his turn. His hardware, each hardware is unique. His software have duplicates, his hardware is unique, and they all provide extra effects. I don't think any of them provide an extra power, or one of them provides an additional power use, but not a different power. This one says the first time a software card enters play, Benchmark deals damage, and he may use an additional power during his power phase. So that's exciting. But again, you want to have at least as many hardware as software in play, otherwise the software go away. That said, you could play a software as a sort of one-shot effect. If I really wanted to, say, deal up to 5 targets 1 energy damage each, I could still do that. Action Hero Stuntman, in Media Res, we just read that, allows him to skip turns and go straight to his next play phase. A very powerful effect, which is why you can only do this once. There's one copy of this card in his deck, and once it's played, it's removed from the game. L'Embuscade is an ongoing that is basically there as a reaction. When this card is destroyed, he could either deal a lot of damage or use a power, and he has a choice of destroying the card whenever a non-hero card enters play. Every single one of his cards, I shouldn't say every single one, this one for instance, doesn't have it, but most of his cards have an on-destruction effect, which is why Stuntman loves card destruction. That said, Pistolet Mitrailleur does not. It provides a different power, and similar to his original base power, it has an extra effect when the power is used outside of his turn. And then Violent Escalation, which is a damage dealer. I would say a standard damage dealer, except involves a target dealing Stuntman damage. I could play software for eating ongoing destruction, indeed. Stuntman looks so weird when he isn't evil. He has a little, I guess that's a cigar. He's just smoking there. Good men smoke cigars, I guess. Alright, so with all the preambles and rambling out of the way, let's actually start this game. Base Gloomweaver starts with 4 zombies. And I liked how the zombies are more powerful with more heroes. And we have a voodoo pin. We have a choice where to play it on. At the end of that hero's turn, that hero's player destroys one of their cards, or Gloomweaver deals that hero 4 psychic damage. You know who really loves card destruction? Stuntman. I don't know that we necessarily would want that, though. When this card is destroyed, either Stuntman deals one target 5 melee damage, or you may use a power. That's sort of boring to have it destroyed on his turn, because you don't get extra effects. But if we manage to use all his own sons to increase his damage by 1, and we played Pistolet Mitrailleur, and we destroyed L'Embuscade, we would be able to use Pistolet Mitrailleur to take out all the zombie servants. I think that would be cool. He is less pretty while not evil. Yes, it's all about the allure of evil. I'll deal with this to Stuntman. Alright. Well, base power is to play the top card of Stuntman, or of Benchmark's deck. That'd be a funny base power. Play the top card of a hero. Like, play the top card of Stuntman's deck. What if Stuntman isn't in this game? Well, you chose poorly. That'd be funny. So all the zombies are dead. Right away. They're already dead. I think I'll get the onboard tooling systems out, because it provides me a hardware. And if the top card of my deck is a software card, Benchmark deals damage. And furthermore, if it is a software that provides a power, I can use that power immediately. And that card is Ally Matrix. Alright. So, since this is cold damage, I should hit Gloomweaver with it, because it's hard to hit Gloomweaver otherwise. Ally Matrix is a software, and the power is discard a card. If you do, one other player may draw a card and use a power. And you know who really loves out-of-turn powers is Stuntman. That said, I don't know that it's too exciting. Well, like, it would be fun to use this power out of turn, except it expires pretty quickly, and it would allow him to play a card, but why? Like, I guess there's... Okay, let's not do that then. We could give Expatriette an aim, and then she could use Submachine Gun. That could be funny. Chrono-Ranger, we could set up his base power on someone, even though there are no bounties in play. Well, we're certainly using this. And don't worry about discards with Benchmark, because Benchmark loves cycling through his deck. I think I'm going to discard Load on initialization. And then who would profit the most from this? I mean, because... like, our little idea of destroying L'Embuscade to utilize Pistolet Mitrailleur at the end of his turn would take out all of the zombies. If I have Expatriette use aim, and she targets the Sable Pin with Tactical Shotgun on her next turn, then Stuntman can take out the Sable Pin as well. So I guess we'll do that. So she draws the quick draw. She can increase damage. It's kind of interesting, the contrast between Dark Watch Expatriette and Action Hero Stuntman, because her base power until the end of your next turn increased damage dealt by Expatriette by 1. Stuntman until the start of your next turn increased damage dealt by Stuntman by 1. So some people are gonna say, but that means Expatriette is the better hero. I feel like there was a discussion at some point, not in this channel, but I remember reading about, like, some person refused to play as a certain hero. Like, why would I ever want to play with Chrono-Ranger, who does 1 damage, when I could play as Tempest and do 1 damage to all targets, or Haka, who does 2 damage. You know, there's no reason to play a hero who has a worse power. I'd rather have a better power. Which was, of course, a little silly. Harpy and Akashtriya and Dr. Medico versus Spite is a bad idea. I had a fun game versus Spite the other day. Actually, I was playing this with Stuntman, and what I had was moving target, Whenever damage will be dealt by a villain target to Stuntman but is prevented, redirected, or reduced so Stuntman takes no damage, you may use a power. And Spite had his drug that says when you use a power, Spite deals you 2 damage. We had gotten a lot of damage reductions on him, so Stuntman used a power, and then Spite tried to deal Stuntman damage. Couldn't, so Stuntman used another power, so Spite tried to deal Stuntman damage, and couldn't, so Stuntman used another power. So we just basically cycled through every single Stuntman power. And getting that out of turn was awesome because you get all of the extra out of turn effects as well. So the play here was Lembuscade, which reacts to card destruction. We'll use all my own stunts to put out the piece de l'arbitre. We draw a moving target, hello. And then we destroy Lembuscade. This card is destroyed, so Stuntman can deal 1 target 5 melee damage or use a power, and we shall use Piece de l'arbitre, which will take out all of the non-gloomy targets. He could damage us to heal himself, but Dr. Medico could keep up with his damage output, but we didn't have the damage to outrace his healing either. Did you flip him? I don't remember if he has healing on this flip side. Is that, unless that's advanced? I know, like, normally, like, Spite, when he deals damage, he regains HP, but that's only on his front side. Alright. I love Jim's hat. And now I have a choice. I could put by any means on Gloomweaver. But if I do that, then Chrono can't hit Gloomweaver for the time being. I could put out Displaced Armory to get some sort of thing. Lots of things that could damage Gloomweaver. But then I wouldn't have the bounty on him. And I guess by any means isn't going to be too helpful right away. Because the only one who could actually hit Gloomweaver is Benchmark. Because we don't have that many other damage types. So I guess I'm just going to get something here. Now, Gloomweaver doesn't do that much damage, like, automatically. I mean, he can. But, like, his relics act at the start of his turn. The voodoo pins, he involves him dealing damage, but it's usually irreducible. So I don't know that the dart thrower is too useful. Compounded bow, the first hit would bounce, and the second hit could hit. And it would do the same damage, but it just would do an extra effect. Masada would be exciting, but there's no bounties in play. Danny Boy would be exciting, but there's no bounties in play. So I think I'm just going to default to the bow. I love the bow. Bow is bow. Game had to end due to player having to leave before we could flip him. Alright, so not melee, not projectile. Let's do Radiant. Alright, Realm of Discord. Time crawls. So that slows things down. Yeah, so reduce damage dealt by villain targets by 1, but each hero turn that hero's player must skip either their play or power phase. Ugh. Alright, now we have the Sable Pin. At the end of that hero's turn, that hero's player destroys one of the cards, or Gloomweaver deals that hero 4 psychic damage, and we don't have the ability to put this on Stuntman. We could probably put it on Benchmark in case too many software come out or something. Or we could put it on Chrono. I don't know, that would really... Well, because the damage destruction, or the card destruction is optional, and the damage is being reduced by 1, so it's not that much. So I think I'm just going to put it on Benchmark. Benchmark can take it. So now we're at a situation where we have one hardware, one software, and our hand consists of softwares. So if I play a software, that means that something's going to get destroyed unless my base power plays something else that's a hardware or cards returning the hand or something. So do I want to play one of these? Multi-point HUD is fun. Intel Analyzer, I've not really used too much. It does give you card drop, but I'd rather do something more exciting, like damage. I think I'll just put up the auto-targeting protocol. Yeah, putting this out, at least let's... Oh yeah, I can't even use a power if I do that. Let's actually... Since I don't have an exciting play, and I have to skip my play phase anyway, I'm just going to skip my play phase. Or my power phase if I play a card. If I play a software, benchmark deals damage. But I could instead do these things. Overhaul loadout. That's a fun one. So that says draw 3 cards, return cards to your hand if you want, and then you can play cards, which allows you to reset your setup. And even if it's like, well, I like these 2 cards, the fun thing about onboard tooling systems is that I could put it back out, and then I could play a software, and then he's going to react. So did we get anything exciting? I don't really think so. Because I think I still want to use Ally Matrix. And then we get this counter effect. And then I can use Ally Matrix. So we can discard something. I already discarded 1 load on initialization. I'll discard Intel Analyzer, since I said that was boring. And other hero can draw a card and use a power. We could aim with Expatriette again. There's only the Sable Pin to hit. And I probably should have realized that there's only the Sable Pin, so that I could have put that on Chrono and Expatriette could hit it. But oh well. Let's give this the Stuntman, because Stuntman is cool. Cool. So I could use power to increase damage, and then play a card, which would only benefit the card play. Or I could use Pistolet Mitrailleur, which will let me deal damage, and then play a card anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. I could play a software just for the pin to destroy it, but I don't need to. I could play Kukiku. This is an increased damage and increased damage 2 and by Stuntman, so it's a little risky, but an extra damage boost. There's not really a need to do this though. Violent Escalation would do 5 damage to the pin, which would take it out. But then that's like boring. We'll do that. It's fine. No. Or no, yeah, we did. Oh, wait. Why is this being increased? We didn't use this power, did we? I used Pistolet Mitrailleur. Did I not? Oh no, right, we used it on my power phase. Never mind. It's still active because it's still the start of his turn. Duh. Okay. And I think I already had factored that +1, but I didn't realize it. Great. Now Expatriette doesn't really have anything to hit. She could destroy time crawls. I think... Oh no, because Chrono-Ranger and Stuntman have environment destruction. I'm a bit reluctant to burn my RPG launcher in case a terrible card comes out, which is a variety of things. I mean, not that there aren't really too many awful cards in this deck, but like Negative Energy Field is, well, a negative card. Ethereal Bonds, I mean, it's a target, but it also stops heroes from dealing damage. Claustrophobic Delusion really cramps your ability to hit things. And Spinning Vortex is a negative card, but it also destroys itself. I mean, there really isn't that much to do right now because Gloomweaver is the only thing that's out there. So I think I'm just going to get set up with my heroes. Let's get the Prejudice out. Liquid Nitrogen rounds can hit Gloomweaver. And I'll put out Moving Target, but it is possible we'll just get destroyed. Usual solution is Environment Destruction. There it is. I can get by any means on Gloomy. And I'll just put the Temporal Grenade out. And there's Danny Boy. Ha, Ethereal Bonds. Benchmark cannot deal damage. Oh, and the Cursed Acolyte comes out. But he's reducing damage by 1, but this does hit Stuntman, which means Moving Target is getting destroyed. So Moving Target's destruction says, or it doesn't even have a destruction effect, but it says when he is dealt damage, destroy this card and use a power. So we can use a power out of turn, and I could actually use In Medias Res actually, to skip the rest of the Cursed Acolyte's damage and go straight to Stuntman's next turn. I don't think I necessarily want to do that though. Does he currently have a +1? I guess not. Oh, because I skipped my power. Because I played a card. So, usual solution with the +1 would do 3 and 2. Pistolet Maitre deux would do 1. And then the usual solution of 2 and 1. So I cannot take out the Cursed Acolyte. I mean, he's only doing 2 damage to everyone, so it's not terrible. Yeah, I'll do the damage increase because it's more damage anyway. And we shall destroy the Ethereal Bonds with this. And this is fire damage, so it actually hits Gloomweaver. Take that, Ronway. Alright, still cannot play a card without skipping my power. Flyby is exciting, except I can't deal damage. And I have 1 hardware and 1 software, so I'm just going to use my power. We get Deployment Actuation. Deployment Actuation is awesome because it puts our hardware into play. You don't have the choice of what to play, but the first one that's revealed goes into play, and we get the Inferno Missile Pod. I don't know why there's quotes around Inferno. Whenever you discard a card from your hand, you may put it under this card. At the end of your turn, destroy all the cards under this card. Then Benchmark deals 1 target, 1 fire damage X times, where X equals the number of cards destroyed. So this is why you should sometimes always kill time crawls. I could have killed it, but I'm okay with it. Actually, I wanted to keep it because it was reducing Ronway's damage. That's really why I kept it. It is slowing us down, but it's also slowing down Cursed Acolyte. And I don't have that much to do, like, because I don't have too many non-melee projectile damages. We do have liquid nitrogen rounds, and RPG launcher does do fire damage, but the Expatriette's power phase is annoying. Let's see. So I could... This puts a card from my trash into my hand, so I could actually get some of these back. And Deployment Actuation, I think, discarded one. Yeah, discarded the other revealed cards, and it revealed a Tactical Communicator. Select a target. The next damage dealt to that target is irreducible and increased by 2. We already put Intel Analyzer, which was boring, and Load on Initialization is my hand, so I'll just take this Tactical Communicator. You don't like having your DPS cut. Hello, Jeremy. How are you doing? But no, that is very fair. I don't really have too many, like, so Chrono doesn't have too many card plays that are useful. He could play Danny Boy, but then he can't use that power. I mean, he would be able to use the power if Time Crawls wasn't out, but I don't know. I don't think it's too vital to take it out just yet. Discard a card, right. So, Countermeasures is a fun one. At the start of your turn... Oh, not that one. Whenever benchmark would be dealt damage by a non-hero target with 2 or fewer HP, destroy that target instead. Awesome. Free card destruction. So I could put that out. I can't do it right now, but I could put it out and a Cursed Acolyte would just die from the countermeasures. But I think I'll get rid of the auto-targeting. Now, benchmark cannot deal damage right now, so I'm not going to bother with this. One other player may draw a card and use a power. And Stuntman doesn't have an exciting card play, so let's give that to Stuntman again. He gets Hidden Mine. Alright, bye, Wisp. Thanks for stopping by. Let's just use this. Because this will take out the Zombie Servant for free. And I'll just put the Hidden Mine out because I can. It's mine! Yeah, I'm just gonna keep putting guns out, and eventually I will get an unload. I mean, since his base power says he may play a card, I might as well skip my play phase. I'll go ahead and put Kukeku out. Don't destroy that card, please. We'll just hit Gloomy. Or Psychic. Alright, come on. New distortion. Come on. Claustrophobic Delusion. All non-hero targets, except for the one with the lowest HP, is immune to damage, which is the Indigo Pin. At the end of that hero's turn, that hero's player discards a card chosen randomly. We'll certainly be able to dispatch with it by Stuntman's turn. And we will be forced to dispatch with it by virtue of the fact that that we can't hit Gloomweaver. But we now can use both our play phase and power phases. So what would be the best way to utilize that? I'm just gonna do Flyby. Can't hit Gloomweaver with that, but I can play it, and then I can return it to my hand. It's an exciting card because it's a one-shot, but you could return it to your hand. I could play another card, but I'm just gonna do that because I'm more interested to see what this is gonna play. It plays hardware. The reinforced chassis, reduced damage dealt to benchmark by 1. So now we have 3 hardware and 1 software, so it's safe to play software. I don't know why I'm a little wary to play software, but yes, please. And Stuntman has a +1 and a +1. And he has moving targets. So let's use his base power for an extra +1. Actually, I don't want to do that, do I? Because I don't have a need to. Let's actually... Yeah. I would rather do the one that deals damage. I wasn't thinking. Come on. Yes. Stuntman. And then... Yeah, Pistolet. Because this actually hits the indigo pin. And then I could play a card still. So I'll just put the stylish armor out. And get another hardware. The Micro Fabricator. At the end of your turn, you may play a hardware card or draw a card. Then you may discard a card. So the Micro Fabricator can help you get set up with hardware if you have a bunch in your hand. And the discard effect would be boring by itself, but we do have a reason to discard cards. Alright. Tactical Shotgun takes out the indigo pin. So I think I'm just gonna load liquid nitrogen rounds in the submachine gun. Even though like that would probably be a little better on the shotgun, I can at least spread a bunch of damage reduction around. We also have the incendiary rounds that I could just put on the shotgun too. Like, being able to change the damage type of the power will help us at Gloomweaver. Let's not destroy that. It's probably a bit foolish to put out moving target, but even if I take damage, I could still use a power, so I'm okay with that. And that's not gonna hit Gloomweaver, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm not gonna play in medias res, though. As exciting as it is, skipping to Stuntman's next turn means I don't get to draw a card, which is silly. Plus my +1 would expire immediately. Nope. Alright, so Danny Boy. And there's no bounties in my trash, and I cannot hit Gloomweaver with Terrible Tech Strike, so I shall skip. And Danny Boy will actually let me hit Gloomweaver for more! Yay! I did not expect this to be an exciting game, but I feel like I'm doing a good job of explaining what's going on. I'm trying to figure out... Alright, the Profane Zealot is out, and Imbued Frailty is out. That's exciting. Sorry, I was trying to open up this tree. So Imbued Frailty is increasing all damage dealt by 1, and the Profane Zealot is reducing damage dealt to villain targets by 1. Counterproductive. You want to see the KLR for the new variants? Let's just knock them out and see. I'm getting the Micro Fabricator out, and now I don't have to play hardware anymore, because it will play it for me. And we get the software. Intervening Path Calculator. Whenever the hero with the lowest HP would be dealt damage, you may redirect that damage to benchmark. So, cool. Alright, so definitely hit the Profane Zealot and Gloomweaver, since we can, on both counts. And then let's use Ally Matrix. I think this time I'm going to give the power to Chrono-Ranger so that he could give a... or he could use his true purpose on Profane Zealot, just because I want to. Discard a card. I'm gonna ditch multi-point HUD, but I will put that underneath. Chrono. Draw a card. Use a power. Actually, this is probably really silly. Because I think with Inferno Missile Pod, I could take out the Profane Zealot. So let's not do that. That's a waste of a power. All I have to do is 3 damage to it. Which, actually, Expatriette could do. She could easily do it. Chrono can't. Yeah, we'll give it to Expatriette. More ammo! For more powers! Or different damage dealing things. Well, shock rounds actually wouldn't hit Gloomweaver directly. Which is a little problematic. And we have the Threat Neutralizer, which is actually Benchmark's ongoing environment destruction. Destroy an ongoing card, an environment card, or a target with 1 HP. Destroy this card. Alright. Yeah, we could take out the Zombie Servant. And then I could have a shotgun in Gloomy's face. Since I don't have a hardware in my hand, I might as well draw a card. Do I want to discard a card? This will build up the Inferno Missile Pod. Why does that card say to destroy X twice? Which card? This one? No, not this one. Which card are you talking about, Dragon? Threat Neutralizer. Why does it say to destroy twice? It says destroy an ongoing card, an environment card, or a target with 1 HP. Destroy this card. Destroy a card with XYZ condition is destroyed. Yeah, so it's 2 different sentences. The first sentence is destroy either one of these 3 possible cards. After that, destroy this card. So it's basically, it's sort of a one-shot being extended to a power. It could be one-shot, destroy an ongoing card, an environment card, or a target with 1 HP. But instead it's a power, and once you use the power, this card is destroyed. I think I want to hold on to that. Let's get rid of Tactical Communicator. I want to load up my missile pod so I can aim at Gloomweaver with it. Yeah, so shock rounds doesn't do a thing unless the card's power is used to damage a target. So Expatriette would actually need to damage something with a power. So it would hit the lightning effect would hit Gloomweaver, but I have to hit something in order for it to work. Incendiary rounds, however, does change the damage type to fire. So I could load it in the shotgun and hit Gloomweaver. For 7 damage! Expatriette may be slow to set up, but one of my favorite things about Expatriette is that she has a power that deals 4 damage. Because that doesn't really pop up too often. I mean, Benchmark actually does have a power of that sort. Have I not seen it yet? Or have I drawn it and I'm dumb? Which one am I thinking of? Oh, it's this one. He also deals 4 damage with this power, but he also deals himself 1 energy damage. Most heroes don't have a power that goes higher than 3, but Expatriette has 1, which is cool. No. That said, so I was briefly considering using Training Montage. You may draw cards. Stuntman may deal himself 2 melee damage. If he takes damage this way, draw 2 more cards. You may play an ongoing card. This is a nice way to get lots of cards, but it would involve Stuntman hitting himself for a bunch. because we have a +1 from Koot, and actually another +1 from Koot because it's damage dealt to and by Stuntman. So if Stuntman deals damage to himself, that gets increased by 2. Imbued Frailty is increasing it by 1. Stylish Armor is reducing it by 1. So damage dealt to Stuntman from Stuntman is increased by 2. So he'd be dealing himself 4 melee damage to draw 2 more cards. But we are doing pretty well, so I'm just going to do it anyway. HP is just a number. I could also redirect this to Stuntman, or to Benchmark, but unfortunately I would not be able to draw cards like I wanted. We get 2 more cards. Do we get an ongoing? We have no time to bleed. Whenever Stuntman is dealt damage by a non-hero target, he deals that target 1 projectile damage. If Stuntman is dealt 5 or more damage in 1 turn, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, draw a card and use a power. Yay! Card destruction effects! Unfortunately, this is projectile damage, and this is projectile and melee damage. So I'm just going to use base power, but I'm not going to bother with the rest. Dramatic Cliffhanger. That's a fun card. Dramatic Cliffhanger. At the end of the environment turn, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, you may play a card, use a power, and draw a card in any order. Basically, Termination Bunker. But at the end of the environment turn, which is nice because you could react to the environment effects before the villain acts. Alright, no bounties in my trash still. So Bounty Board and Ranger's Mark and Terrible Tech Strike not doing anything. So I guess it's just Danny Boy. We got a sudden contract. Sudden contract. I don't know why I blurred those words. Ethereal Bonds is returned. So once again, Benchmark cannot deal damage. Womp womp. Crimson Pin. Well, this is too irreducible toxic, which means it's getting increased by imbued frailty, but I'll just throw it on Expatriette. I mean, worst comes to worst, we can just ally Matrix and deal with it. Benchmark cannot deal damage, so most of these aren't going to be fun. I'll just put out load on initialization. This can get more card draws. And we get another software. It is the auto-targeting protocol, but I cannot deal damage. And now I have equal numbers of cards, so that's fine. Let's go put out... I'll put countermeasures. Doesn't seem like it's getting used. Yeah, let's give this to Expatriette. Because she could do a lot of damage. It's the Crimson Pin. We get the Legion Core Processor. You may move 1 software card from your trash into your hand, or may use a power at the start of your turn. Unfortunately, this is not effective, because Benchmark cannot deal damage. Oh, and I can play a hardware card for free. Right, alright. Certainly will do that for free. And I'm not going to discard, because what if I can't deal damage again? Alright, if I put out the shock rounds and I hit the Crimson Pin with it, shock rounds would hit many things. Yes, yes. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put it on Prejudice, because it's Prejudice. I don't know that I've really ever been able to put up to 2 ammo cards next to this card. Like, Prejudice and Pride are the only guns that can let you put 2 ammo cards next to it. The other ones can only allow for 1. But I've never really gotten it set up enough for there to be 2 ammo cards next to this card. Because, like, whenever I play an ammo, I am almost always using it immediately. But I do want to be able to, you know, have the double effect. Because I want my cake and I want to eat it too. But maybe I could just do that this game because we have 3 reloads. So no. And we do have the ethereal bonds to get rid of, so we do have things for Stuntman to do. If we use... what do we use? If we use Violent Escalation, one target dealt damage this way deals Stuntman 1 melee damage. That will go through because of Imbued Frailty, Stylish Armor, Coot. Hidden Mine will get destroyed, so Stuntman will deal lots of damage, and then Moving Target will get destroyed. Or no, wait. Not necessarily. It's only if a villain target deals damage, so not necessarily. I'm just going to put a dramatic cliffhanger. Because I want to. I'll go ahead and put... I'll play Coupe Vaison on Ethereal Bonds. Because 5 damage. And I can't do that on Gloomweaver anyway. You know, this is an ultimate match, yet we've yet to see any relics, so it's basically an advanced match at this point. Yeah, Sudden Contract will do this. Alright, so ultimate target on Gloomweaver. Those are like the 2 go-to bounties for me for the most part, because by any means increased damage dealt to the target by 1. It's basically Legacy's Galvanize, which is amazing, only on this target, of course. An ultimate target is a damage boost from Chrono to that target, but when that target deals damage, Chrono can use a power, so... if you play against most villains, that means that sometimes Chrono-Ranger can use a power on the villain turn. But against the hero, or against the villain like Gloomweaver, actually, if a Crimson Pin was in play and deal damage, then Chrono-Ranger would be able to use a power because Gloomweaver deals that damage. That takes care of the Ethereal Bonds, but now there's no card to play again. This Jim's hat has not been paying off this game because we don't have a reason to play these cards right now. There's a mission reward card that allows for unlimited ammo cards. Indeed, there is. I have seen that card. That's an Oblivion spoiler, so I probably should avoid speaking about that to people who haven't seen Oblivion yet, especially people in outside of Europe who have yet to receive their Oblivion packages. I want to be mindful of those people because I want to make sure that those people can open up the Oblivion box without being spoiled of their riches. Alright, do I want to destroy a dramatic cliffhanger? No, not just yet. Oh, look, Crimson Pin. Next to Benchmark. And we will almost certainly be leaving it in play. So that means Gloomweaver will deal damage, which means that Chrono-Ranger will use a power. There are 4 software cards in play. There are 5 hardware cards in play. So I could play a software right now. Also, this Portal Fiend is out. He's currently going to do 4 psychic damage to Benchmark. But I think I'm just going to leave it out. Like, we're all sitting at 20 plus, and Gloomweaver's down to half health, so I'm not really worried right now. I'm just going to play a software so that I can play Flyby on my play phase. So Shunt Energy, which lets me hit Gloomweaver. And even though I just said I'm going to leave the Portal Fiend, I'm actually going to go ahead and hit the Portal Fiend with this and leave the Crimson Pin in place so that Gloomweaver can deal damage. Move 1 software card from your trash to your hand or use a power. I don't have the damage increase one. If I had the damage increase one, that would be great, but I think I discarded it at some point. Multi-point HUD. Increased damage dealt by Benchmark this turn by 1. Obviously more effective the earlier you use it. I could put it into my hand right now, but that would match all software and hardwares. Although I could just cycle through. I would rather just deal damage. Oh, I can't hit Gloomweaver with that. I thought that was... Oh. I had the energy in melee flipped. I saw the energy in melee symbol, but I thought he was dealing himself melee to be able to damage something with energy. Oopsies. I'm actually going to undo that, because I want to hit Gloomweaver. So, we shall play... Like, there's probably a better order of operations, but I'm not going to undo what I decided. But I will undo this, and I will use this power instead. And even though I said I'm not going to hit it, I am going to hit it anyway, because I can't not hit something. This is why I'm bad in Dreamer games, is because I keep hitting Dreamer. Because if I can hit her, I should hit her. Right? Return the hand. Then 2 powers. So let's regain the hit point and play a card. We get a software. And it's the Intel Analyzer, which is annoying. Yeah, discard. I could have played the 2 flybys together, but I don't know, because I really love playing it and returning it to my hand. So instead, I'm just going to discard the second one, because why would I want to be able to play both? That's silly. Alright, who wants to do something? Let's see, Chrono's using a power already. Is there a reason to double up on it, though? I guess we could get him to draw a card. Because he currently has only Hunter and Hunted to be able to use. Get Eye on the Prize. That's one of my favorite cards. And we'll use this. Dreamer's just a little kid. Yeah, this Crimson Pin's almost dead, and I'm not even really trying to hit it. Alright, yeah. Gloomweaver. We also got another hardware, the Subcutaneous Cybernetics. The first time benchmark is dealt damage each turn, you may discard a card. If you do, benchmark regains 1 HP. At the end of your turn, benchmark regains 1 HP. One of the criticisms I've been seeing of benchmark is that he has a lot of automatic effects, which means it's really hard to track it all. I haven't really felt that way. In fact, I really love having all these things happen. Like, it certainly would be more annoying physically because you would have to manually track this all, but digitally it's like I'm aware of all that's in play. And it's like, it's just cycling through all these things that I know is going to happen. I don't necessarily know the order that things are happening, but that's why you can see the cards. And it's really fun just to see like his end of turn last longer than most turn phases. Yeah, he would be more annoying in real life. I mean, I'll take back what I said a little bit. He would be annoying to play physically. But still, like, when he's fully set up, a lot of the stuff is just automatic, so you would just basically cycle through all of the end of turn effects. The only one that's more annoying is the things that happen on reactions, like having to remember that when a software enters play, you deal damage, or whenever you discard a card, you could put it underneath this card, or whenever here with the lowest will be dealt damage, you may redirect that. That would be certainly more annoying for sure. People used to say similar about Argent Adept. Indeed. We could play a hardware, yes. And then I could discard a card. No. It'd be a little better if it was ordered a little better. Because, like, the problem is, I would love the discard to put underneath Inferno Missile Pod. But Inferno Missile Pod is acting before the Micro Fabricator. Which means that if I discard a card to put underneath the Inferno Missile Pod, I'm waiting 1 round to be able to use it. So I think I'm not going to deal with that. I'm going to wait for a card that lets me redo my hardware setup, because they're not really in an order I would like. I'm not entirely convinced you don't need a PhD to play him. Hey, I don't have a PhD. I have a master's degree, but nonetheless, I don't have a PhD. So here's the HP recovery effect. Chrono can use a power. I could damage Gloomy with this. Make it 3 hit point. So Benchmark was dealt 3 damage, and he regained 2 of that immediately. Alright. Well, Submachine Gun would hit Gloomweaver, and it would hit the Portal Fiend. So I'm just gonna get my pride. Although Submachine Gun's in the way, so I can't get the amazing art. Yes, we are playing with the variants because I'm a beta tester, which means I know the unlock conditions, and furthermore, I can just unlock them manually. But I thought I would do that to showcase the variants, because I can. Who has the power? And this is Ultimate Gloomweaver, but we've yet to see a relic, which means this challenge rule has not been played, so the only thing we've been dealing with is the advanced rule, and so we've been unable to really hit Gloomweaver for a while because of melee and projectile issues. Like, for instance, Stuntman is currently unable to hit Gloomweaver because he lacks non-melee or projectile damage. He did have a bunch of that, and I did use it, but Hidden Mine would do fire damage, but he would have to be hit. Or no, this card would just have to be destroyed, so we could just destroy it manually. Turns out there aren't too many hero cards that destroy equipment cards, though. In fact, there are some, and Stuntman has played one of them. Where's Unity when you need her? I don't want to play any of these cards, and I think I'm just gonna skip. Well, I'll just, alright, I'll do the +1. But I'm not gonna play those cards. I guess, oh, I could hit Portal Fiend. Yeah. Do I want to hit Portal Fiend, though? We'll hit Portal Fiend. Probably should. Alright, that's 2 and 4. And no time to bleed would react anyway. But, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And is this non-hero? Oh, Hidden Mine's gonna go off if I do that. Yeah, whatever. We'll do it. It's happening. Actually, I could damage someone else. Could be a hero. That hero could hit Stuntman. If only there was a hero that did something when they dealt damage. I mean, this would be amazing for, like, base Sentinels or Adamant Sentinels to have Dr. Medico damage Stuntman. But I am just gonna let it go off. Or I could do this. I'll do this. We'll save the explosive. I mean, it would do a lot of damage to Gloomweaver. And we are sitting at 20 plus HP everywhere, so we're not gonna bother. So what we've been discussing in chat is the Lance Flemmies. Stuntman deals up to 4 targets, 2 fire damage each when this power is used outside your turn, and reduces a target to 2 or fewer HP. Destroy that target. Time for a roast! Too bad you won't taste any better cooked. Alright. Nope. And we're gonna do Hunter and Hunted. And I think we're just... Oh, shoot, I can't do Projectile on Gloomweaver. I was gonna do Enterprise on Gloomweaver. Because Hunter and Hunted, increased damage dealt by Chrono by 2, +1, +1, +1. You could do 6 damage for free, but it's the wrong damage type. So again, my Jim's hat isn't paying off. But I can still Danny Boy for 7 damage. Is that who Discount Venom is? Now I'm just imagining Cinema Sins. Where is it? It's this card. Noxious is Discount Venom. Ding! No more damage. Alright, come on. We gotta finish this game. This is like a snooze fest. Alright, Imbued Frailty is gone, and 30 targets are entering play. Like, look at this. Each ongoing and equipment card now has a maximum HP of 6. What? All of these cards are targets? What? Is this Unity? So one thing that I've been meaning to do is to play with Haka in the realm of Discord and use Rampage to put almost every possible card underneath him. Because I think that'd be funny. Put equipment and ongoing cards underneath Rampage. Whoa. Look at that ultimate target down there. That's not rendered correctly. Look at that. Like, it's like see-through. Ultimate target is going over the by any means art. We're losing the yellow thing of ultimate target. That's funny. That's a rendering issue. That's funny. Do I want to destroy Dramatic Cliffhanger? Well, we don't have a +1, do we? We didn't even... No, we do have the +1. Destroy it to play... To draw, play, and power, and I could play Lance Flammies, use Lance Flammies, and be able to hit Gloomweaver that way. Yeah, we haven't really gotten anything exciting to warrant holding on to that, so... Or... I mean, I think if I play my cards right, no pun intended, then we could end this game quickly. So, let's Flammies. And let's destroy the Inferno Missile No, we're not. Like, it's really, this is an impossibly long list here. Oh my god. Because you could target literally any hero card here. Well, not literally, but most hero cards right now. Like, if I wanted... Ooh, actually... we could manually destroy... Oh, no, that's not a good one. We could manually destroy Stylish Armor. We could manually destroy Koot Koot. Manually destroy Hidden Mine. The possibilities are endless. Actually, no, we can literally destroy it. Like, literally, because I'll reduce this target to 2 or fewer... Which means Stuntman will deal each target 1 projectile damage and then deal each non-hero target 3 fire damage. But oh, that's not gonna help. It's also gonna hit all of these cards. So then what will happen is that Gloomweaver plays Cursed Acolyte. Nope, she plays Chosen Disciple. She, he, it, they. Now you're thinking with friendly fire. This is my only card. Remember early in the game when I said Benchmark can cycle through his deck pretty easily? I think I lied. Draw a card. We still, because it's in here. We will use a power. Let's play the top card of my deck. We get Flyby. Hello. Yeah, we'll be able to do this. Because I will play Flyby. Remember when I said I don't generally play 2 Flybys? Well, I'm gonna do it. Return this to my hand. Then my play phase, I will Flyby. I will Flyby. I will Flyby. I don't know why that wasn't working. And then I will play Threat Neutralizer. I will play threat. I'll play threat neutralizer. That's weird. All right, chosen disciple is gone. Zombie servant is out. 2 powers now. I could do damage. Damage. I don't know why I was looking through those targets for something, because none of those react to being dealt damage because they're not normally targets. Iron Legacy feels like too difficult. Oh my gosh. I could draw 2 cards and then immediately discard both cards, which seems lame, except this would fuel the Inferno Pod. Or... oh, I can't discard a card because I don't have a card in hand. Well, that's lame. I'm just gonna draw 2 cards and discard both. Hey, Citizen. I would really love to give Chrono-Ranger a power, except I don't have cards in hand right now. But now we beat Gloomweaver. So this was an excellent advanced Gloomweaver, because a relic never entered play. Technically ultimate though. And we won with 20 plus HP. I really want to see what the original version of Gloomweaver was, because I've heard mention that in playtesting the original Gloomweaver was awful, and then Christopher toned him down, and then the official release of Gloomweaver is marketed as 3, but doesn't seem that way. I mean, since they've adjusted the difficulty, he's now officially difficulty 1. But in the manual, he was difficulty 3, and his intention was difficulty 3, so... poor Gloomy. Gloomweaver is crossed off of the list of ultimates, but we still have to finish off Ultimate Akash Buta. Not that we've ever tried that. Baron Blade. Oh, Chairman is the Chairman, that's why. Choke Point, we tried once and lost miserably. Citizen Dawn, we've not tried. Cosmic Omnitron, Shudder. Grand Warlord Voss, we haven't tried yet. Heroic Infinitor, we haven't tried. Or I think we did try. Did we try? I think we tried and we lost. And I remember saying something like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Was that was week 41, I lost, but was that wasn't during the Summer of Ultimates yet. No, it wasn't. We tried Ultimate Heroic Infinitor once, and just... anyway, to continue off, and I will ask about Viewer's Choice in a second, but we also have Infinitor, base Infinitor, Cargo Warfang, Kismet, La Capitan is over here. This is sorted differently than the decks are sorted. Plaguerats, Progeny, the Chairman, the Dreamer, the Ennead, Trickster Kismet, which is only advanced because her challenge rule is not out yet, and Wager Master. For the team here, team villains, we have Ambuscade, we tried once, failed miserably. Baron Blade. Wait, where's Mad Bomber? Oh, we beat Mad Bomber Blade, never mind. Biomancer, Bugbear, Citizen's Hammer and Anvil. So, Hammer, Anvil. And of course, the ones that don't have challenge rules don't count. Or do count, they just don't have challenge rules. Friction, La Capitan, Misinformation, Plaguerats, Proletariat. Alright, now for the question that everyone's waiting for. Who wants to participate in Viewer's Choice? Probably should have opened with that question so I could have just waited, or had the answers come in while I was going through the list. Oh well. That's a list of 6. Seamus, Citizen, Jay-Z, Dragon, Hankride, Darren. And I think those are most of the people who were participating in chat anyway, other than Thurindos. If Thurindos wants to join in, you certainly can. Nothing's stopping you. So the first question goes to Seamus. Classic or team? Classic. So all of the villains that I listed previously are fair game. If a villain is chosen that I've already beaten, I will ask you to choose differently. Citizen. Choose the villain. JCC 3, 4, or 5 heroes. Dragon, choose hero number 1. Hankride, choose hero number 2. Darren, choose hero number 3. And then the question to Seamus. Is heroes. So, the 5 heroes. So choose hero number 4. Citizen, choose hero number 5. ACC, choose the environment. Hankride chooses action hero Stuntman. Fudge state Parse. What? Fudge states? That sounds rude. Base benchmark. Base Mr. Fix-It. I am making fun of typos, that's rude. And the Scholar. So, hero 2 was Stuntman. Between Fugue State, Parse. Let's see, Darren was hero 3, benchmark. Alright, so Parse is 4. So we're waiting for JCC to choose the environment. And Citizen to choose the villain. I believe that he was implying Dawn, though. Insula Primalis, which is also known as Dawn's headquarters. As long as you didn't understand that you haven't already beaten her. I think you have not misunderstood that I have not beaten Citizen Dawn, not yet, in the summer of not Ultimates. Yeah, no, you've not beaten her yet. So she is fair game. So Ultimate Citizen Dawn versus Mr. Fixer, Action Hero Stuntman, Benchmark, Fugue State Parse, and the Scholar in Insula Primalis. The world belongs to the citizens of the sun. My tools are weapons in my hands. This fight will end swiftly. Alright, so Mr. Fixer has Bloody Knuckles, Charge, Overdrive, Pipe Wrench. Action Hero Stuntman has Dramatic Cliffhanger, Lembuscade, Planquez-Vous, and Training Montage. And Base Benchmark, which is base power, draw a card, benchmark deals 1 target, 1 energy damage. The complete opposite of Supply and Demand Benchmark. Has Intervening Path Calculator. I can't even read that for some reason. The Load on Initialization, Microfabricator, yes. Microfabricator, and Overhaul Loadout. Fugue State Parse has Exploit Vulnerability, Impossible Shot, Reveal the Flaws, and Updated Intel. And the Scholar has Bring What You Need, Expect the Worst, Flesh to Iron, and Grace Under Fire. So, the ultimate rules for Citizen Dawn. Advanced, increased damage dealt by citizens by 1. If she flips, Citizen Dawn does not flip until there are 6 or more citizens in play. So it's going to be really rough with the team of 5 heroes because that is really high. She does count as a citizen, which means that she does not flip until there are 5 or more other citizens in play. So you don't really want to flip her because it's near impossible to survive the onslaught. The challenge rule: whenever a citizen card is destroyed, Citizen Dawn deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 fire damage. One of the more innocent challenge rules, because it's not a super dramatic effect, but it does make you have to be a little more wary than usual of destroying citizens. Fight for a Mabricator sounds like a financial advising and investment company. Oh boy. This is an excellent start. Made even more excellent by the fact that we're discarding 2 cards right off the bat. We have the Citizen that makes us discard cards, and... no, we don't. Never mind, just kidding. We have Citizen Sweat, who makes ongoing cards be destroyed. She only destroys 1, there are none in play, and with Blood in play, she would deal 1 damage for each ongoing card destroyed, but there are none. And Citizen Blood deals the hero target with lowest 1 damage, and Citizen Sweat is in play, so this card deals each hero target 1 melee damage. On top of that, we have Citizen Truth, who is making villains other than Citizen Truth immune to damage, and reduce damage dealt to Citizen Truth by 1. And we also have Citizen Anvil, who's also providing damage reduction to citizens. So this is a rough start. I mean, it'd be worse if, like, if Hammer was in play, because Hammer would deal a bunch of damage across the board. But yeah, this is rough already. This is tough. Pipe Wrench would normally be great. I love Pipe Wrench. I mean, it's not as, like, exciting as Jack Handle or Dual Crowbars, but it provides damage reduction to Mr. Fixer, which, when coupled with Driving Mantis, can allow him to redirect more damages than usual. Prime War playtest pickies. Blood's flavor text. Man walks down the street in a hat like that, you know he's not afraid of anything. Oh, that's Bunker saying that. I was trying to sound creepy. Man walks down the street in a hat like that, you know he's not afraid of anything. Anyway, this is tough. I think Overdrive, because I can't do anything with my base power and charge? Like, I sort of want to keep the tool, and Bloody Knuckles can at least get past damage reduction, even though it's lame. Ah, these are all great cards. I want to keep Training Montage because that can get me cards. I'll discard Planquez-Vous. Dramatic Cliffhanger's amazing, but Lambuscade can do 5 damage. And you sort of want to keep the hardware, don't you? Because this can let you draw cards. This one is lame when you don't have hardware in play anyway. I'm just going to get rid of that one. Overhaul Loadout can draw cards. Reveal the Flaws is super vital. Super, super vital. We need that one. Impossible Shot does irreducible damage too. Oh boy. I don't like discarding good cards. It makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, but these are tough decisions. I have Fleshed Iron, so I don't need to expect the worst. In Grace Under Fire, there are 5 non-hero targets in play. But Bring What You Need is good. I'll discard Bring What You Need. Hello, Captain Fluff. I will do benchmark. So, Bloody Knuckles is risky, but Citizen Sweat conveniently destroys a hero ongoing card, so we could just choose to destroy Bloody Knuckles and do 1 damage to Citizen Truth. Alright, we got a tool and we got a style. And my base power increases damage, so I might as well start with Training Montage. Get Training Montage. I need to take the damage. Clockwork Orange. No Time to Bleed is dangerous because this can take out citizens indiscriminately. I'm gonna put out Lambuscade. And then I'll do the damage increase and put out Lance Flemmies. Alright, at the end of your turn you may play a hardware card or draw a card, then you may discard a card. Or I draw 3 cards, but then I can't do anything else. So I'll start with Microfabricator, because then you have it. And then I can't do damage. Secondary Cannon was a hardware card we did not see last time. Whenever Benchmark uses a power, you may discard a card. If you do, Benchmark deals 1 target, 1 projectile damage. I could play it for free. I'm not going to discard. There's no reason to right now. Alright, do I just do 3 damage to Truth, or do I put out Reveal the Flaws? If I put out Reveal the Flaws, this will allow everyone to do things after Truth is gone, because then we can take out Anvils. So yeah, we're going to do Reveal the Flaws. And let's play the bottom card of my deck. It's Targeting Arrow. And this is irreducible. Increase damage dealt to that target by 1. Oh, this means that... I mean, this is a bit of a waste, but I can't really do anyone else. Because now I want to Grace Under Fire to take out Truth. Oh, look, a +1. And 4 damage. But that's okay, I can regain a hit point. Pterodactyl Thief. So now I don't need to destroy this to take out... Well... I could still destroy it and I could do 6 damage with it. I also have... Lance Flamis, which could take out... It can take out Sweat and Blood. Because Lance Flamis, when this power is used outside your turn and reduces a target to 2 or fewer HP, destroy that target. This, of course, means that we're not destroying Bloody Knuckles. Oh, could also take out the Pterodactyl Thief. I like this plan. The fire, it really tied the room together. Oh my gosh. I've never actually seen this movie, but I can imagine how it's a reference. Oh hey, Bloody Knuckles is hurting me now. Great. The irony is that Bloody Knuckles didn't actually do anything because I ended up having enough damage to take out Citizen Truth anyway. So this is especially annoying. I am going to wail on Anvil because I don't want to deal with that damage reduction. I'm just going to hope that we're not getting a terrible Citizen like Citizen Summer. I think Citizen Summer is a necessary evil. Yeah, Scholar's higher. And Fixer has Bloody Knuckles, so not him. Stuntman has higher HP. Okay, so we do want to take out Anvil. So I'm going to take out Anvil. I'll put the Pipe Wrench out because it provides damage reduction, and I'm going to hit on Anvil. Hey, Anvil. How you doing? You look really buffed in that shirt of yours. I said I would hit on Anvil, so I did, which is silly. Pistolet Mitrailleur. I think I'm just gonna do training montage again, honestly. So we get stylish armor, but it's not an ongoing. I'll put out No Time to Bleed, but this is sketch. I'm just gonna be wary. We can take out Anvil. And if I take out Summer, then there will be 5 or more citizens in the trash. So instead, I'm just going to hit Dawn. So, this is when we have to be careful. We're gonna have lots of damage flying around. I'm just gonna overhaul loadout because I'm not gonna use multi-point HUD at the time, or for now. We get a hardware. Excellent. And I will return both. I'm not necessarily going to not put those back out. I'm not going to not necessarily not consider a possibility of not doing that. It's no worse than... I almost said Citizen and Anvil. It's no worse than Citizen and Anvil. No worse than Christopher and Adam saying in an editor's note that Hammer and Anvil were trying to pick Visionary up in the platonic sense, but then segued into really terrible pickup lines. Christopher and Adam reading pickup lines to you. The thing is, I have a hardware that lets me play a hardware, so that should definitely go out. So I'm just gonna put those back out. In fact, I want this one, yeah. So that didn't really do anything. I mean, it is actually, so I do want secondary cannon before upgraded memory. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because this just reacts to powers. But I thought I was onto something. Countermeasures is dangerous. Ah! Get overhaul load up. I will play upgraded memory units. Upgraded memory unit says at the end of your turn, if you have 5 or fewer cards in hand, draw a card. If you do not draw a card this way, you may play a software card. And increase HP recovery by benchmark by 1. So you can regain HP a little more easily now. We don't have a hardware that lets him regain HP freely though, but we can. I'm not gonna discard a card, but I can still draw a card, like the Legion Core Processor. I'm gonna do some tactic analysis on Scholar because he's kind of sad right now. I want him to have Flesh to Iron, but I also want him to have choices. Scholar has Expect the Worst and Proverbs and Axioms. Each hero character card may either regain 2 HP or deal themselves 3 psychic damage and use a power. Is there exciting powers? This is not necessarily a good. I mean, like, Fixer does have a damage reduction, and if he had the style that would redirect damage, we could do that, but we don't. Actually, no, with Pipe Wrench it wouldn't allow because it's a +1, -1. Yes. We actually saw that hardware in the last game. So the subcutaneous cybernetics, the first time benchmark is dealt damage each turn, you may discard a card. If you do, benchmark regains 1 HP. At the end of your turn, benchmark regains 1 HP. This card combos really well, obviously, with upgraded memory unit, because you can regain more HP easily. And furthermore, it combos especially well with Reinforced Chassis, although of course this would combo well with almost anything because reduced damage dealt to benchmark by 1. Benchmark could take an attack that does 3 damage, reduces to 2, and then regain 2 hit points, so he doesn't even take the damage. But it does force a discard. These are some things that I've been noticing with Benchmark, is that when he's fully set up, he's almost invincible. He is, of course, susceptible to board wipes, and we're playing against a villain that loves to wipe the board with no warning. One of the few cards in Sentinels of the Multiverse that says destroy all stuff. Which is, I don't like those cards because it's just too unfair. We're not using, we're not going to play Expect the Worst. Now, you can actually, and I know this seems weird, but you could actually skip, and this would leave the card on top of your deck. You could play it if it had a purpose. It doesn't. You could draw it if you think you should have it in hand. You could discard it. You might wonder why you'd want to discard it, but there are some reasons you want a card in the trash. You could skip it and leave it on top of your deck, and you could do that if you wanted, like, Omnitron X to reveal the card and put it into play instead. But I'm going to draw it because I don't have a reason to leave it there. Proverbs and Axioms I'm going to play, but I think everyone's just going to regain the HP. Voice Chain is good. Hoist chaining Citizen Dawn can help a lot. Gonna keep moving. All right. Well, Parse is doing this on her turn, so she should definitely regain a 2 HP because she could use her power anyway. Benchmark has increased HP regained, so we'll have him regain the HP. Stuntman, I don't really think he wants to use a power. Like, he could use a power to play a card. But I don't want to. Fixer's gonna regain, and Scholar could either regain 2 or he could hit himself for 3 to regain 1. So this is easy peasy. Updated intel, good. I like those cards when I play Fnatic. Which cards? Alright, I have to Flesh to Iron. I could keep moving into Mortal Form to Energy, play a Flesh to Iron, and then play Transmutive Recovery. And then I would be able to have 4 cards in my hand on my next turn, so I could discard 2. Oh, the destroy everything. Okay. Sorry, I missed the context. Because if we can keep Scholar the highest... Well, Flesh to Iron and 1 more card, yeah, would make Citizen Summer hit Scholar. And Scholar doesn't mind taking damage. And if we keep Scholar high, then Citizen Dawn hits Scholar too. So Flesh to Iron is almost certainly what we want, and keep moving to get another thing out. Having 2 Flesh to Irons, and then Scholar is invincible. But no, we'll do this. And I unfortunately discarded... Oh, shoot, I can't play Transmutive Recovery, duh. Unfortunately, I discarded a Bring What You Need, which is nice because this puts 2 cards in your hand, which can help keep up with the discards. But right now, if I draw a card, I'll have 3 cards. So I have to be careful. Does Benchmark have the thing? He does have Ally Matrix. We can have him discard a card to make Scholar draw a card, and that way we can keep Scholar card healthy. He has another Flesh to Iron. So, like, right now, he would be discarding Expect the Worst and Flesh to Iron to keep his things. Each hero may destroy 1 of their equipment cards. Deal any hero that does not destroy an equipment card 5 fire damage. I don't want to do those things. The only one who might consider it would be Stuntman, but he doesn't even have it. So I'm just going to let this go off, because I don't like discard. I can destroy this card to draw a card and use a power. Hey. That's weird because, I mean, it makes sense. It's written in a good way, but the first sentence says, whenever Stuntman is dealt damage by a non-hero target, but River of Lava is, of course, not a target. But it also says if Stuntman is dealt 5 or more damage in 1 round, you may destroy this card. That doesn't specify anything. It could be 5 damage from himself, which is interesting, but I'm going to leave that in play. This hurts, but, I mean, yeah. Oh, hey, Citizen Tears. Beautiful. Let's manipulate Citizen Dawn. We have Citizen Assault. And the terrible thing about Citizen Tears is that there are currently 4 citizens in the trash, so Citizen Tears has to stay out, otherwise Dawn flips. I also don't like Citizen Assault, though, because with the +1, he's bad. But he's at least a known entity. So I'm just going to put him on top. And maybe we'll just get enough citizens in play that we won't really care about flipping Dawn, because she'll just flip back immediately, right? But yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. We're going to be discarding a lot of stuff here. Do we already have the Pistolet? No, we don't. I don't know that Violent Escalation is... Oh, I mean, it is a nice card, but I'm just going to discard it. I'm going to ditch an Ally Matrix, because I have 2 of those. Ugh. Reveal the flaws. And now I do need Scholar to draw a card just so he could play something on his turn. But now Grease Monkey Fist and Fixer can do 3 damage of his choosing. So we shall make it lightning. Driving Mantis. Beautiful. Alright, Stylish Armor, I think. That was a reflex, but I think that makes sense. And I'll play Coup Puissant. Alright, so I have a hardware that lets me put a hardware into play, so I should not play a hardware. But I could overhaul loadout and get something exciting, I guess. No, I have to play Ally Matrix. Right, never mind. We're fine. And then discard. I'm going to keep the multi-point HUD, considering I wanted it last game. Discard a card to deal 1 damage. Ugh. I want to, but it's not worth it. Alright. Yeah, let's do Targeting Arrow on Dawn and hope that we can get a lot of damage happening. Come on, damage. Extrasensory Awareness. It's actually a little dangerous because if it reveals 3 citizens, I put 1 in the trash. The odds of that aren't too likely, but if it does, it's awful. Alright. Get the cards to feed my things. Do damage to Dawn. No one to hold fast is good. Grace Under Fire is decent. Keep moving. It's exciting, but I don't have the ability. I don't have the cards to fund it. Obsidian Field. Ooh boy. Hold on to your butts. Citizen Dawn. Devastating Aurora. Hello. We found one of them. I could actually put it on top and have Parse discard it. Okay, this is bad because Stuntman's gonna react and take out Summer. Oh no. Oh. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah. Summer's now at 1. No worries, guys. Everything's fine. Usual solution, destroy an ongoing equipment or environment card. So I would have to destroy something. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead. So do I want to destroy No Time to Bleed? Draw a card and use a power. I could use base power to play. Usual solution to destroy an ongoing, but No Time to Bleed is already in the act of being destroyed, so I don't know that I can just... Yeah, having all those jinxes, yeah, you kind of want ongoing destruction against Kismet. But there are actually means to get rid of the jinxes on her front side, because you could just have a hero hit another hero for a lot of damage. Like, I think it says something like, if a hero deals a hero target 4 damage, you may destroy a jinx card. Oh, you know what? If I do the boost, then Citizen Assault is taken out by Stuntman. Oh boy. Can I do 58 damage in one round? I don't think I can. I think I do need to destroy No Time to Bleed, though. So, yes, because... oh, no, wait, no. If we're destroying it, then I could do the +1, because I don't have it anymore. So... I could put out the usual solution. Yeah, because I really want to take advantage of these +1s while they still exist. Yeah, and unfortunately, since it's in the act of destruction, I cannot destroy it. I don't really want to destroy any of these. Oh, if I'm gonna play Driving Mantis, then I don't need Grease Monkey Fist. Ouch. I don't even know that Grease Monkey Fist or that Driving Mantis is even gonna do that much for me. I think it's likely I'm just gonna die. Oh boy. Yeah, I kind of need to kick it into high gear right now. I mean, Scholar can survive. Yeah, he's still at 16, so it's not too bad. Everyone's almost dead, except for Fixer, because he had Pipe Wrench. But now we can do this, and I can actually bounce things off of Fixer if I can. So it's not too bad. Like, Lance Flames can bounce off of Fixer. I'm gonna put out a dramatic cliffhanger. We're gonna just... This is almost everyone's swan song right now. Except for 2 heroes, and I'm going to utilize them as much as I can. So this is why I like Pipe Wrench, is because it lets Driving Mantis redirect bigger instances of damage. Plus, you don't want Jack Candle against Citizen Dawn. Dual Crowbars is amazing, regardless. Oh, I'm trying to hit no, please. Thank you. I could use a power. His base power would deal damage. I could put a software into my hand, but honestly, the ones that I put there, I don't really want. So I'm just gonna use a power. Okay. Fixer is an amazing hero. Because, like, I cannot see his trash with secondary cannon in the way. So instead I'll resolve this for the moment. I know I'm speaking to the, or I'm preaching to the choir, but we all know how much Fixer's great. Yes, I need to take advantage of all the damage boosts that still exist. Deployment actuation gives me a hardware for free. I don't know. Well, if I get the Inferno Missile Pod, that might be good. Yes, we'll try that. We get the reinforced chassis. Too little, too late, I think. Where's the one? This is fine. Discard something. Like the auto. I'll just discard what I just put there. Yeah, a lot of his things provide discards. His microfabricator allows for a discard at the end of his turn. The secondary cannon allows you to discard a card to deal damage. Ally Matrix allows him to discard a card to let someone else do something else. In fact, his Intel Analyzer, I called it lame earlier, but it does allow for 2 discards. So, free discards. Like, it seems lame on the surface because it's like draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Then I didn't actually draw a card, but it's actually good for healing the machine. Alright, yeah, Scholar, because we need him to get something. Mortal Formed Energy. Interesting. Like, we're getting her down. Most of this is because of targeting arrow, though. This is microfabricator, discard a card. That's not going to do anything. You can put a software from your trash into play. I mean, it's not going to last long enough. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think I don't think he's gonna last long enough unless I destroy Obsidian Field. If I destroy Obsidian Field, then I can't take out Dawn as fast. I mean, it's not... like, I can do that. Although I won't have the cards for that anyway, so never mind. I'll just take this one. I don't know. Alright, the +1's gone. I mean, well, we still have a +1, but it's now a +1 instead of a +2. Let's discard something, please. Recompile. Hello! You get a free card play. This is risky, but I'm gonna do Scholar. If he plays no one to turn loose, though, this is bad. Grace Under Fire. Beautiful. She's at 14. The second Grace Under Fire will do another 5. That's better than a second Mortal Form. And then this will do 2. I lose if a Velociraptor pack comes. Well, it's not that I lose, but if a Velociraptor pack comes out, it hits Citizen Summer, and that's bad. Enraged T-Rex, hello. Oh, and by the way, I have this. Okay, this isn't bad. In fact, yes, I do want to destroy Dramatic Cliffhanger. Alright, I think we're good. I forgot about Dramatic Cliffhanger. Play a card. This does 3 and 2. Did he use the +1? He did not, but that's okay. Cause I could. Oh yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. I could have hit Fixer with that. Oh well. Woo! We did it! We took out Dawn! It was scary, but we did it! I feel good about that game. That was like... It doesn't really feel on my part like it was that challenging of a game, but I had to be extra mindful of the fact that taking out too many citizens flips Dawn, and then you can't really flip her back too easily. Like, That's the thing that like makes Citizen Dawn hard, is that you need to like manage your citizens. And so she does not play well against people who like love to take out as many targets as they can, because they'll take out 5 citizens, she'll flip, she'll play extra cards, you know, and then if you keep destroying citizens because you don't pay attention to the rules, then you lose. So, and more importantly, Citizen Spring was not hurt in this game. And more importantly, none of the heroes got incapacitated, despite feeling like it was going to happen. Alright, I feel like doing another quick game, because we had 2 victories, so I feel like having a random loss. So let's have a random loss. I feel good when I have 2 victories. I feel bad when I have 2 losses, because then it's like, oh man, this is supposed to be the strategy stream where I show you tricks and stuff. We're playing Classic, so I'm staying here, and I'm hitting randomize. We have the Dreamer, who has not been beaten. We're playing Ultimate Dreamer with Extremist Skyscraper. Oops, hold on. Extremist Skyscraper, Dark Watch Setback, the Sentinels, Rook City Wraith, and Nightmist, and Omnitron 4. Oh boy. I'm going to play this a little faster because I don't want to spend hours in this match, which it could take hours. I fight things both large and small with equal ability. Look out, friend persons. I do not want you to become squished. Yes, I know, she doesn't sound like that. Whatever. Don't punch the little girl. Yeah. Alright, the Dreamer. Advanced, reduced damage dealt to projections by 1. On the backside, increased damage dealt by villain targets by 1. Challenge, increased damage dealt to the Dreamer by 5. And the thing that's especially rough is that the advanced rule only affects projections and not the Dreamer. Or sorry, the front side advanced. Reduced damage dealt to projections, but on the flip side, increased damage dealt by villain targets. And the thing that especially stinks is that this is basically true of many things. Like Dark Hero also has this effect. Increased damage dealt by villain targets by 1, but reduced damage dealt to projection cards by 1. So anything that benefits her damage is great, but anything that keeps her alive is bad, of course. So, if you forgot how the Dreamer operates, you don't want to take her out, you lose. You need her to flip by making sure there are no projection cards in play, and then once she flips, you win as long as there are 10 cards underneath the Dreamer. Well, that's based on H. I believe it's 2 times H. And she plays, like, this is an especially hard match because we're playing with 5 heroes. She deals each non-villain target 3 psychic damage, then the top 3 cards the villain die card play. That's really rough. But this is what random gave me. I said I wanted a loss, and we're gonna get a loss. I got Whipcorn, Illusory Demon, Toy Master, Grotesque Arachnoid, Dark Hero. There's the Dark Hero. And Granite Oni. Oh. OBS Studio disconnected. I hope that my internet did not just outright die, because no one's saying anything. Ah, my internet outright died. Hello! Alright. I don't have a Twitch app, do I? For those of you who are watching on YouTube, because I sent Krista the original video of this, trying to figure out how I can get to Twitch through Bluetooth, or not Bluetooth, through data, to let my fans know that my internet just mysteriously died. Sometimes this happens and resolves within a few minutes, so I'm gonna wait a moment. But unfortunately, I uninstalled the Twitch app, I think, because I realized I wasn't using it, and now I realize I could have been using it. Oh well. Oh no, wait, nope, we just got a notification. Oh no, that's an old one. I don't even know where to stitch. Reconnection successful. Okay. My chat didn't update though. Why does it say I'm reconnected? Yeah, that's not showing anything now. Is this working? Oh, it's working. I think. This chat's not updating. So, I think I'm just gonna refresh this window. Hello? Question mark? Can anyone hear me? Hello. Okay. Yay. I'm gonna keep typing in chat because I'm weird. My internet died. But I has returned. Because I speak like a lolcat. Yes, I had to refresh. I didn't even read the cards. So I don't know at what point this happened, but I will certainly get Krista the original video for YouTube purposes. So if you want to see what happened in the 3 minutes that I was offline, you can check that out. We have these projections. We're playing Ultimate Dreamer with these 5 heroes. This is going to be amazingly awful. And I forgot to read the cards, but Extremist Skyscraper has 2 explosive reveals, a linking incursion, and tectonic chokeslam. Darkwatch Setback has cause and effect, exceeded expectations, plucky break, and whoops sorry. Sentinels have aura of vision, colligonous form, team communication, and unique capabilities. Wraith has 2 impromptu inventions, a throwing knives, and a utility belt. And Nightmist has Elder Ring, Heedless Slash, Master of Magic, and Mistbound. Yes, at least Sentinels don't count as 4. Alright. A target dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next villain turn, and it seems like Setback is not set up for damage dealing, so we'll just throw that on Setback. Illusory Demon. And then these things. The +1 is hurting, but this is a preview of the flip side. Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst. I do think getting Skyscraper to flip, or not to flip, but to become tiny, because she can do irreducible damage. Because right now, with the Dreamer's Advanced Rule and Dark Hero, projections have a -2. And clearly the Dark Hero has to be the first choice. Tectonic Chokeslam is actually going to take out the Dreamer, so we're not going to do that. Alright, 2 links. And the first one goes on the Dreamer, which is unfortunate. I don't know that there's even a purpose to it, but I can put this one on Dark Hero. And that will power up this power. Tectonic Chokeslam ends the game quickly. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I know this last game was a suicide mission, but, you know, that's how it works. Yeah, so I could destroy Neutralizing Resonator. At the start of your turn, you may destroy 1 ongoing card. There isn't really an occasion that I would want to do that. I mean, there are sometimes, if it's like, say that Skyscraper follows Mr. Fixer, you could destroy Bloody Knuckles, but with the order here, since Skyscraper's leading, we don't want that. I'm just going to destroy Neutralizing Resonator. And the card that we discarded was Night Terrors, which is great because this would have done too much damage. Yeah, so no damage. No damage. No damage. No damage. Lucky Break would at least let him regain 3 hit points. But I think I'm going to skip, because I need to get to something more useful. And we get Reckless Rush, which can do 1 damage once Dark Hero is gone. Alright, start with unique capabilities, even though we have 2 signatures. Durasteel Chains is good, because that will keep Mainstay alive. Then Team Communication. Plus, equipment cards are more safe in this game than ongoing cards, because Dreamer destroys ongoing cards when she flips. Illusory Demon destroys ongoing cards when it's destroyed. I know that one of these, the Treacherous Ape, destroys an equipment card when it's destroyed, but that's the only equipment destruction. That said, we're playing an Omnitron X, which can destroy equipment cards easily. Alright, so Coligonous Form is dangerous. Reduce that damage by 2 and redirect it to the villain target with the highest HP. If this is dealt by a villain card, that can accidentally get redirected to the Dreamer. Because the Dreamer says, whenever the Dreamer would be dealt damage by an environment card, the players may redirect it to the hero character card with the lowest HP, but that's only environment cards. If, say, Granite Oni deals damage to Wraith, and Wraith has Coligonous Form and redirects it to the Dreamer who has highest HP, then Dreamer's dead and the game's over. So we're not going to do that. Telekinetic Wallop. If the Idealist deals this damage, that will do 1 point of damage to the Dark Hero. Coordinated Assault will do 5 minus 2. Okay, that will take out Dark Hero. That's what we're doing. In fact, Mainstay can do it for the extra point, but we don't need it. So that will help. We can now take out things a little more easily. And then block, I think. Because the alternative is deal 1 damage with the Idealist, or try to manipulate things. Alright, Wraith has 2 impromptu inventions, guys. Hello. Okay. Well, we're going to put out a micro-targeting computer. This will help with damage reductions. Then what? I will almost certainly be playing Throwing Knives, unless I do it here, but that wouldn't really do much. Throwing Knives... If I put out Utility Belt, I could use the base power, but that is most likely to reveal a terrible environment card. Good Hero, Bad Hero also takes it out. Oh, true. Yeah, well, no, wait. If Mainstay is active, he may deal 1 target 3 melee damage, +1, -2. No, it wouldn't have done it. Wait. It was down to 3, right? Because he had 5, Skyscraper did 2, he was down to 3. He has a -1, Dreamer has a -1. The reason that I was able to use Coordinated Assault was that this did 5. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're on the same page now. Smoke Bombs is tempting. But that's currently only going to save the Idealist, who already has a damage reduction. I think I'm going to put out Razor Ordnance. And then next turn with Utility Belt, we could use Throwing Knives and Razor Ordnance. Alternatively, I could use Razor Ordnance right now. Either way, I will not be able to take out a projection. If Nightmist plays Mistbound, we can stop the Dreamer from playing a card, which might let us wipe the board. Because, like, on the flip side, Mistbound isn't as good because we want projections out. So playing that earlier would be better. I don't know. Let's do spread damage, because this will do 6 points of damage total unless I hit the Oni. So, I mean, Toy Master's actually gonna hurt pretty badly, but I could also do, if I do Heedless Lash, I could probably take out Toy Master. He's doing 6 damage right now. Ugh. Nah. Yeah, we'll stop. We'll misbound. Ah, man. Heedless Lash. We need more actions if we have any chance. The interesting thing is, once the Dreamer is flipped, Nightmist could go into mist form and probably stay alive. And we could just have the environment take out the projections and sacrifice the rest of the hero team, because she destroys ongoing cards only when the illusory demon is destroyed or when she flips. And so that could be an interesting way to win. So getting mist form here. Interesting. All start of turn effects during the environment turn also act at the end of the environment turn. So I'm going to skip this for now because it's not doing anything. As soon as it can matter, I can destroy it when I want to. Setback cannot deal damage. Okay. So again, I could do... Explosive Reveal would do 1 and 1. Rebounding Debilitator, I could put it into play. I could put it on the Whippicorn, and then I could do 2 irreducible damage to the Whippicorn, but it's probably better to do irreducible damage to the Granite Oni. And I can destroy Cortex Hyperstimulator. Like, I need irreducible damage right now, because otherwise I have to deal with a -2. So Setback cannot deal damage, which is unfortunate. I think I'm just gonna skip again. I'm just super uncomfortable with that, with Dark Watch Setback. Right, so we don't actually have any ongoing cards out, do we? So any ongoing card that gets played is likely to get destroyed sooner rather than later. So I'm going to avoid Aura of Vision, and I'm always going to avoid Caligula's Form, even though it's usually great. Telekinetic Wallop can do 6 points of damage. Good Hero, Bad Hero could do 3 points of damage. So I'll opt for the Wallop. Toy Master currently can be taken out with Razor Ordnance. I want to block, but I think if I do this, we can take out the Whippicorn. Yeah. Which will let us do more things. We'll just wail these down. Yeah, so Toy Master I want to do the big hit on Granite Oni, but Toymaster's doing a lot of damage. So there's a chance that we can get her flipped. Maybe, I don't think so. Heal to Slash, let's see, we got a 3. So that's a 1 to the Oni, or it takes out the Arachnoid. Let's take out the Arachnoid. Put that in play, yes, because then I could use it. I do want Mist Form, but I'm not going to do myself 2 damage for it. Not at this point. At the start of each turn, if the top card... What is that? If the top card of the trash pile associated with that turn is an equipment card or a device card, put it into play. At the end of the environment turn, put a drone card from the environment trash into play. This is interesting because, like, normally this card sucks. Or I shouldn't say it sucks. It's not that it sucks, it's that it is situational, and it almost always comes out when there's already a drone in the trash. But right now, there are no device cards in the environment trash because the environment trash is in fact empty. And this can put... No, it's the start of each turn. Actually, this includes this turn, but yeah. And this will help Skyscraper, who has the equipment at the top of her trash. And no one else. Unless somehow that happened with Nightmist, but that didn't happen. So I guess we'll just... I guess it doesn't matter with overcharged systems, but we'll just skip that still. Oh no! Not that card. That's a bad one. Illusory Demon. Treacherous Ape, that's bad. Macabre Spectre, that's bad. I guess it's not Dark Hero, but I'm not happy with those. Oblivion, just the card I need. Okay, Treacherous Ape. This will reduce your damage. Good, now I can focus for a bit. Yes, Cortex Hyperstimulator on Granite Oni. Because irreducible. Or no, wait, what am I doing? Hold on. I could take out the Granite Oni, but this is going to make the Treacherous Ape do more damage, but we can... we don't have it still. I don't like this. Let me go back and let me think over about this, because I have a Cortex in hand, I have a Cortex in the trash. If I put both on the Treacherous Ape, I don't have to worry about him. But if I put both on the Granite Oni, then I can take out the Granite Oni, but then the Treacherous Ape does 2 damage on Setback and 2 damage on a Sentinel until we get to the Sentinel's turn, and then we can take him out. We also have Coordinated Assault, which is going to do 4+1+1, which will take out the Granite Oni. So I guess the safer play is to take out the Treacherous, or not take out, but inert the Treacherous Ape. I could also take him out right now. Because right now this is 1 irreducible damage. If I hit the Macabre Spectre, and then I take out something else, that defeats the purpose. Setback, why don't you have your looking up? This would help so much right now. Too many of Setback cards remove tokens. That's the problem here. I mean, Whoops Sorry would add 3 tokens. Fumbling Fool would add tokens. So I guess it's not like I had the options, I just skipped them. Oh boy. Macabre Spectre dies to raise their ordnance, so I'm not going to worry about the Macabre Spectre. Granite Oni's taken care of by the Sentinels, so I'll hit the Illusory Demon. I don't want Skyscraper to play a random card. Her normal power is not good if it plays something like Tectonic Chokeslam. That is bad. So I don't want her to be normal. Micro Assembler. Alright, I'm gonna Fumbling Fool to get 5 tokens. We discarded Night Terrors. I'm happy that one got discarded too. Fumbling Fool is actually amazing against Cosmic Omnitron because you can add 10 tokens to your unlucky pool. I would probably not recommend playing against Ultimate Cosmic Omnitron. Alright, Coordinated Assault, and Mainstay deals the damage, takes out Oni. Alright. Jeez. I'm gonna do this. And hopefully we can somehow do a point of damage with Nightmist. Because the problem is... she can't. Well, if she plays Amulet, she can do it. Yeah, okay, we can do that. So... Mega Computer to mitigate the environment's things. Yeah, so we can flip her. The good news is we can flip her. Bad news is she's flipping. Oh no, I have to destroy a card. Oh, hey! Hey! Setback discarded an equipment card, which got put into play for free! Oh, boy. Thank you, Setback. That was serendipity. So what happened was that Setback played Fumbling Fool, which discarded the top card of each deck, and on the top of Nightmist's deck was... or the top of Nightmist's deck was Amulet of the Elder Gods. Resource Recycler said, hey, the top card of your deck is the equipment card. How about we put that into play for you? Thank you, Setback. Alright, so I can do a point of damage to Illusory Demons. So Starshield Necklace, because equipment cards are safe. So any ongoing nest in play is going to get destroyed, but we did not play any ongoing cards because we're actually smart. But I do have to do this in order to take out the demon. And Oblivion is unfortunately never going to get played, but I could discard it for 4 HP. But I think... I'm just going to hold on to the 4s and utilize Starshield Necklace, because Nightmist needs to stay alive. And that is not mist form. That is not mist form. That is not mist form. Ugh. Krista! OBS disconnected again. Is there someone I can PM on Discord? That would probably be better. Is Citizen there? Citizen is... I don't know that he's online. Sanvar probably would get this. I'm just gonna sit here, have a pint, and wait for this to blow over. Reconnection successful. That probably means that this chat is again needing to be reloaded. I am hopefully back. I PM Sanvar. I'm going to read this out while I type it. I PM Sanvar about my internet going out again. But I'm not sure if he's still here. Which game is this? This is game 3. Random. Alright. I don't know at what point you last saw me do things, but Amulet got played because it was in the trash. I think we were talking about that. I played Starshield Necklace. I discarded to get rid of the Illusory Demon. There were no ongoing cards for it to destroy. Now I wanted to discard a 4, and I'm going to discard Oblivion because I cannot play that in this game. So now with Amulet and Starshield, we should be able to keep Nightmist alive. Internal Defense Grid does not have a start of turn action, but deals each non-device target 2 energy damage, which is unfortunate. It also deals 1 damage whenever a non-device target enters play, except we do have a Mega Computer. It's okay, Sanvar. I wasn't sure who to message. I wasn't sure. Like, I knew Citizen was active, but I didn't know if he would be on Discord, because it didn't show him as online, so I went to Sanvar instead. Yeah, with Mega Computer, this is doing 1 damage, so it's not a super concern. Dreamer is gonna redirect, of course, because otherwise she dies. Redirect it to the hero character card with the lowest, which is gonna be Idealist, and so there's no way to save her, but she's already gonna die from the Dreamer's flip side damage anyway, so this order doesn't matter. That was not what I wanted to do. Whoops. I was trying to get to the rewind button before that happened, but it was too late. That's unfortunate because I think I had a chance. I was wary, but I feel like I had a chance. Nightmist was set up. The only issues would have been equipment card destructions, but we didn't have those other than the illusory or the treacherous ape. So, oh man, I'm so annoyed. Actually, I wonder. Stamara popped out and ruined it at the last minute. Whoopsies. I wonder, I'm gonna send an emergency PM. I don't know that John's active right now, though, is the problem. So all right. here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to get to the Steam folder for Sentinels and see if the backup or the rewind things are still there to try to like trick the game into loading them. I don't know that that's going to work. But let's see. I don't even know where to look. Because I have like Steam Cloud enabled as part of the problem, so that's going to end up not working too well right now. Steam apps. No. Games. No, those are executable files. I did not mean to take out the Dreamer. I hit the button too fast. And I feel bad about it. Sentinels data. See, the problem is I don't know where these files would be, and I don't even know what they look like. But like, I was talking with John. I don't remember where it came up. I think it was actually last week. We were talking about like, because I think I said something like, John, how do I get the debug thing where I remove a card from being in play? And he said, just send me your save. And then we started talking and we realized that like if I knew how to access the save files, I could make a backup. But I don't know where it is, and I don't know what it looks like, and it's possible that by getting to the end screen, it's just over anyway. Which is a damn shame, because, like, that was... I lost because of me, and that's always the worst thing. And now everyone on YouTube... Well, I say this, but no one's been commenting on my YouTube videos. Or, not on my videos, but more like these videos that are on the Handelabra channel. I've been checking and there's not been any comments on them. I know I complained about certain comments in the past, so I hope I didn't scare people away from leaving a comment. But anyway, someone's going to come and say, why did Loot kill the Dreamer? Like, that is not smart play. This is challenge, Dreamer. Man, it's so... Like, I'm super annoyed because I could have possibly pulled that out. And I wanted to see it happen, and it would have been exciting, and it would have been able to knock off the Dreamer on this list. And the title of this show would have been Don't Hit the Child. Instead, the title of this stream is Don't Hit the Child. Even despite all that. So, rematch next week. I don't know. Like, I don't know that we'll be able to pull it. I loved all the parts of this. I love the amulet coming out for free, but then... Ugh. Alright, thanks for watching Dolphin's Dive. I hope you have learned that you do not want to hit kids. Hitting kids is bad. I do not condone hitting kids. This message is supported by Lou Dolphin. Or Lou Dolphin supports this message. I don't remember what the exact political message is. I am Hillary Clinton and I support this message. I am Donald Trump and I support this message. Alright, yeah, don't hit kids. Don't do drugs. What other villains did we face? We didn't even face Spite this week. Don't be a zombie. Zombies are bad for you. Don't try to play with fire or you'll get burned. In any case, in all seriousness, be sure to check out the other streams on this channel if you don't already. Sentinels Live every Tuesday with Jeremy and John. Tales from the Archive every Sunday with Zach. And possibly, this was hinted last week or this week or some other week, possibly a fourth stream in the mix. Stay tuned. You'll hear about that soon if it is to exist. Or maybe we're just playing with you. Sentinels of the Multiverse is a game you should play. If you have it, excellent. If you don't have it, please pick it up. It is excellent. It's one of the best games, or one of the best card games that I've played. I don't want to say best games ever because, I mean, I don't want to go that far. There are some fun video games out there. But Sentinels of the Multiverse is a really great cooperative tabletop hero-themed card game. And I love it tremendously because it's very strategic. You couldn't have beaten Citizen Dawn tonight without being careful with citizen management. You also could have not died to the Dreamer if you paid attention to buttons that appeared on screen. Wink, wink. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm just gonna let this painful music play into the end. Bye.